Jeran claims he's disproven flat Earth because in the northern hemisphere, the sun rises moving right and sets moving right. But in the southern hemisphere, it rises moving left and sets moving left. He says this is impossible on a flat Earth with a circling sun. It's a paradox. But not only is he completely wrong, this observation actually destroys the globe model and confirms flat Earth's electromagnetic mirror cosmology. First, Jeran is pretending he doesn't know something he was explicitly told by Lindsay Harris before he went to Antarctica. The southern sky is a mirror reflection of the northern sky. This isn't a perspective trick where you see the same objects from a different angle. This is an actual mirror phenomenon where you see reflected inverted images. That's why you see different constellations. Northern originals, southern reflections. Polaris disappears going south. It becomes Polaris Australis in the south. The sun's motion is inverted. Mirrors flip left and right. The mirror line runs along the equatorial plane. Above it, you see the original celestial dome. Below it, you see the reflected inverted version. This is constant because the mirror is constant. It doesn't move, tilt, or orbit. Jeran knows this. He's playing dumb, has intentional amnesia, or simply just cannot comprehend. And this destroys the globe model. Flat Earth says, southern sky is constant electromagnetic mirror of the northern sky, so the inversion is constant. Globe Earth says no mirror exists. You're just on opposite sides of a spinning ball. Patterns determined by geometric orientation to sun through axial tilt. But let's test which model predicts reality. Globe model's geometry is the actual axial tilt means each hemisphere's orientation to the sun completely reverses throughout the year. In June, the northern summer, northern hemisphere tilted 23.5 degrees towards the sun. Southern hemisphere tilted 23.5 degrees away from the sun. North faces sun more directly. South faces sun less directly. December, southern summer, southern hemisphere tilted 23.5 degrees towards the sun. Northern hemisphere tilted 23.5 degrees away from the sun. Geometric relationship has flipped 180 degrees. If the sun movement patterns, right versus left, are caused by geometric orientation to the sun, which is globe's only explanation since they deny the mirror, then reversing the orientation should reverse the pattern. Globe prediction? Northern hemisphere in June tilted towards, pattern A. Northern hemisphere in December tilted away. Should be pattern B reversed. Patterns should change as orientation changes. Reality? Northern hemisphere in June. Sun rises right, sets right. Northern hemisphere in December. Sun still rises right, still sets right. Identical pattern despite 180-degree orientation flip. And the same for the southern hemisphere. June tilted away, rises left and sets left. December tilted towards, still rises left, still sets left. Identical pattern despite 180-degree orientation flip. And at equinoxes, tilt perpendicular to the sun, zero differential between hemispheres. If tilt creates inversion, zero tilt should mean zero or minimal inversion. Full inversion still persists. But the flat Earth prediction, the mirror is constant. Pattern is constant, matches reality. The globe prediction, tilt varies, pattern should vary, contradicts reality. The constant inversion pattern proves the electromagnetic mirror and disproves the axial tilt model. Before you object, though, let me address your excuses. It's Coriolis effect. Well, that's about wind, not celestial geometry. Next. Well, you don't understand tilt. I understand perfectly. That's why I know it predicts variation. You observe constancy. Your model failed. Well, perspective from opposite sides. Perspective doesn't explain why the pattern doesn't change when the orientation reverses. That's the point. Well, it's just how spheres work. Then show me the math that produces constant pattern despite varying orientation. You can't. Equinox doesn't mean paths are identical. Equinox means zero tilt differential. If tilt creates inversion, zero tilt should minimize it. It doesn't. Your model fails. The observation is simple. Constant inversion all year, regardless of tilt orientation changes. The flat Earth mirror predicts this perfectly. Globe tilt predicts the opposite. So Jeran went to Antarctica and he thought he documented proof against flat Earth. Instead, he documented one constant inversion pattern matches flat Earth mirror prediction that he was told about by Lindsay from Tomb of Illumination before he supposedly went to Antarctica. 2, no seasonal variation contradicts globe tilt prediction. 3, equinox maintains full inversion, falsifies tilt as cause. Globe defenders, show me the calculation where variant axial tilt produces constant inversion pattern. You can't because your model predicts variation. Reality shows constancy. The electromagnetic mirror model explains the observation perfectly. Your tilting ball model contradicts it. So Jeran, you didn't disprove flat Earth. You proved the southern sky is a mirror. Well done.